Good morning, Sault Ste. Marie and Algoma. Thank you for checking out special report this morning, our morning edition. I'm Chris Oldcorn with
Colette Linden. A little tired, Colette Linden. Chris was really late for work today, so we're a little bit frazzled.
Super late.
It's because somebody was late for work today.
Sure it was.
It's because the sun's not shining.
I know. It's weird it's weird when you actually get up for work and it's still dark out.
Yes.
Thank you, Chris. Now when we're kind of driving in, the sun is starting to show a bit.
Yeah.
But for morning show people to see the sun, it's really only 4 months of the year we actually get to see it, given how early you have to get in to actually do a morning show. It's very rare for the sun to actually be up.
To appear, right? Well, this morning I did one of these, back under that big comforter. But anyways, I'm here today, so that's good. I'm here now. All right, now.
Yeah. Speaking of sun.
Sorry, I guess I owe him a coffee after this.
Yeah, okay. It's raining today.
And Mike,
so
I totally owe Mike.
I'd love for you to do the coffee run today.
I will do the coffee run today.
It's raining today, so.
Oh yeah, what's going on with the weather?
Rain.
Okay, and done.
No. Okay, the weather today, obviously, for anyone that's in the Sault can realize it's raining right now. It's going to be high 7. We're going to have a low of 3. Tomorrow it's going up warmer to 15, low of 1, so a little bit wider range there with sun and cloud mixed with some rain. However, the important day for a long weekend, at least to kick it off, is Saturday, and we're going to be up to 15 with a low of 5. So,
nice.
And it's supposed to be sunny, so it's not going to be raining. You should be able to at least get a good day in on Saturday to do some fun stuff. I have more stuff coming up in my segment later about what's going to actually be open this weekend and what's going to kind of be opening over the next little while. Mm-hmm. Yes, the Ford government had part of their phase 1 reopening plan leaked. So we'll go over some of that. We are expecting some of that to be announced today at Doug Ford's press conference. More of it will be announced next week as we start to enter phase 1 of reopening. However, when I say we're reopening and I talk about having fun this weekend, one thing that is not going to be changing is the amount of people at a gathering. So it's still going to be 5 this weekend, so you can't have a big party for the long weekend in May here, Victoria weekend. However, you can at least go out and go to parks. You can go to provincial parks. If golf courses are ready, they can open.
Yeah.
And a bunch of other things as well. And
I think people are going to be happy just that they can go to their camp too. And remember, there's a fire ban on still, but you still can social distance while you're sitting outside and enjoy that. So I think just a little bit of freedom is going to go a long way.
I mean, given the fact that we've been basically cooped up for over 2 months, I mean, unless you're essential service, you've basically barely left your home or apartment for the last 2 months, other than to do exciting things like stand in line at the grocery store.
I'm so sick
which
of
has
that.
turned into what used to be stand in line for Rolling Stones tickets, has turned into stand in line for milk and toilet paper. So our lives have been drastically different over the last 2 months. They're still going to be drastically different as we go back to sort of what will be sort of like the new normal.
Yeah.
Retail stores are going to have to probably make some major changes over the medium and long term. And so will other businesses, to be able to be prepared for something like this if it happens again. I mean, the last time we had a global pandemic was 1918.
I wanted to talk about emergency preparedness. I know we did it when we were working with municipalities. It's a big deal. It's a big deal for your house, your car, just to be prepared in every sense of the word. So it's an eye-opener, right? I was about to sneeze there. I had to hold that back in, if you're wondering why I was doing that. I didn't want to sneeze into the microphone. So what are these goats?
Oh, yes. I'm not sure if you... Okay, let's cue this video. Some goats decided to escape in California yesterday and just go for a little bit of a free run.
Oh.
And they somehow made it to this subdivision. And
that's hilarious. Imagine
you can kind of see in the video here, there's a guy in a four-wheeler. He's trying to herd them with one four-wheeler to herd 150, 200 goats. And then goats love to eat. Yeah. And what they love to eat is flowers and grass and things like that.
Look at that lady standing there. She's probably like, what?
Yeah, she's like, get away from my garden. I worked so hard on that. I was not expecting 200 goats to come by and have a little buffet. But yeah, so some interesting times in California. They actually broke out of where they were being kept.
Where?
It was in San Jose. I mean, basically, they escaped. And they couldn't stop them. And then there's this one guy.
They're sick of being quarantined. They wanted to go.
I know. They're like us. They're like, I'm done with this quarantine. I want to get outside. They told me the parks were open, but where are these parks? So these ghosts decided, hey, let's go find some of these open
Maybe they-
parks. Yeah.
Maybe they want to go play
so-
around at golf together.
Yeah, they could go and maybe chew some lawn on the, get the greens ready on the golf course.
That
Get
would
them
be
nice
so
and short.
funny though.
Oh, yeah.
I had to walk
Yeah.
out and see that. What about that thing I sent you yesterday where the cruise ships or something, they're up
Oh
600,000
my
in
goodness.
sales.
Oh yeah. Okay, crazy
crazy?
people. Let's pay attention here for a second. There are still people on cruise ships right this very second who have not been able to get off since COVID-19 started. And somehow the cruise ships have decided they want to start back up in August and their sales are up 600%.
Yeah, nuts.
I mean, like,
Just crazy.
I would just love to, spend good hard-earned money to go sit in a petri dish with the chance of being stuck on it, possibly for months.
Petri dish, he says.
And I dealt with this yesterday in my show. You can go back and watch it on Facebook video,
Yeah.
or it'll be up on YouTube in the next few hours. And I talked about in the first segment of my show about the second wave and what the experts are saying about it. And right now, we have somewhere between 5 and 20% of every country has been exposed and has developed the antibodies against the COVID-19 virus. However, anyone that knows anything about vaccines or what's called herd immunity, with herd immunity, you need 60 to 70% of people to have been exposed to something to prevent it from happening again. And we're nowhere near that. And on top of that, with a vaccine, the numbers are even higher. So we don't have a vaccine either. Yet people are like, hey, I think going on a cruise ship sounds like a fantastic idea right now.
600% increase.
600%.
That's nuts.
I mean, it's a great day to own stock in a
Yeah.
cruise company, but I mean, that's just nuts. I mean, the airlines aren't recovering. I mean, people still have to fly to the cruise ship and no one's buying airline
That's
tickets.
true. Hey, we've got a truck that we wanted to show yesterday. We're going to touch on road safety because, again, it's Road Safety Week, and hopefully we have someone for the police services here to touch on that. But we found this video. We're just going to play it for you, and it's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. That
This
is
is what
definitely not
to-
road safety.
Right. We're doing
Yeah.
what not to do. But you know what?
Yes.
Let's just keep going. Let's just keep going. What's up with that?
I mean, the guy at least realized he's probably in trouble and came out with his hands up.
Well, when you have 6 patrol officers with guns drawn out,
Yeah,
at you,
yeah,
I think it's time that you pull over. But anyways,
Probably a good idea.
This is what not to do in Road Safety Week, and
Mm-hmm.
we've got a few more of those. And don't travel 308 kilometers. an
308
hour.
kilometers on the QAW,
That's
as well
correct.
as not advisable. That's a
Well, we've
highway
got some
near
more updates
Toronto.
when we get back. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Thank you very much for watching so far. Welcome back. Sorry
Yes.
about that. I blew my nose. I had to run to the bathroom. You should see me. I was sprinting in heels, by the
Yeah.
way.
On radio, you have like what's called a cough button. You just press it, it mutes you, and then you just take your finger off. Yeah.
I was just coughing right in his ear. So what do you have for us today?
Yes. Okay. So this is leaked. So this isn't 100% certain, but this was leaked from the Ford government. Obviously, they didn't leak it, but someone did inside there. And it's about what sort of restrictions are going to be lifted. And this is kind of phase one. Phase one will not all come out at once, but we are expecting the Ford government to announce some of this today. So there's going to be, you can do construction work, most of it. They're also going to be loosening for retail shops even more, where there could be the possibility of actually going inside of a retail store. Malls are not going to be open yet. So that's not going to happen. But seasonal businesses such as lawn care centers and so on, you're going to be able to take your pet to the vet. You're also going to be able to put your pet into boarding if you need to as well. And also house cleaners and maintenance can come to your house and do stuff now. As long as you're socially distanced from them. You can't be in the same room as the person cleaning the room, but they can be in a different room cleaning your house for you. In-person health and counseling services can start back up. That means you'll soon be able to go back to your doctor. You'll also be able to go, and if you're seeing a psychologist or a mental health worker, you'll also be able to do that. Now, currently, we are limited to 5 people at a gathering. We're not expecting that number to go up. It's been in that we are going to leave that at 5 people for the time being, but there will be some easing of that in the near future, but not now. Also, golf courses, we've mentioned that a few times. Golf courses will be able to start to open up. Marinas will, private campgrounds, and places that are wide open spaces, whether that's a provincial park or like a local park, that's like a municipal park. Like for example, like if you go to the waterfront here in Sault Ste. Marie, there's a bunch of parks on there, and those will all be considered open, even though the city hadn't shut them down in the last little bit. Also, for the retail stores, the ones that open out onto a street or have a parking lot, the ones that are not in malls, they can open. However, they will have to have a separate entrance and a separate exit to be able to do that. They also have to space you out in front, 6 feet apart, and also social distancing inside the store as well, which also means the configuration of stores will have to change. Anyone that's been in a clothing store knows everything's really tight together, and you kind of have to like weave your way through. Off-leash dog parks will also be opening back up. So will outdoor sports facilities. So for example, you could go to a batting cage. Also, if you're into fishing and guns, the rod and gun clubs will also be opening up as well. And I'll have more on that later on today.
Awesome sauce. Well, we got some entertainment stuff. You know, I read that Channing Tatum, he has COVID-19. They make you click on a link. No, he doesn't. Magic Mike does not have COVID-19. Magic Mike got tested for COVID-19 to do his due diligence because he has a daughter that he was coming back to because he was away for whatever. So false advertising on Magic Mike. Anyways, we've got a video today with Algoma University. We're going to have one this afternoon as well. This one pertains to the food bank. And
yes, because there's about 50 students still stuck on campus.
Yes. And we both live
they
in
can't
apartment
get back
buildings.
because they're international students and they just can't fly back to their countries because there's no flights.
And it's difficult for them if they're not working, you know what I mean?
Well, they don't have work visas, right, either.
Right.
They can't even go out and actually even get a job right now.
So we went to Algoma, Danny went to Algoma University and had a great interview with regards to their food bank there.
So we have 2 different food pantries on campus. Actually, one is in the main building and it's run by the Students' Union, and that's for off-campus students. And then we have one in the dorms for resident students, and it was actually just created in light of COVID-19 because we haven't had anything there, and there is a need definitely for those students to have more access for food. So it was started because of COVID, and it's just grown exponentially.
Now with COVID-19, have the donation process changed at all? Like how do people actually donate to this cause?
So yeah, individuals can donate. It's mostly been supported by Harvest Algoma through ASU. Liz from Algoma, from the Residential School Center, has been gathering donations from lots of different community members. And then if community members hear of it, usually they've been donating. Like I met a lady at the dollar store and she brought in canned food for us. So individuals can donate if they just contact our housing coordinator and set things up with her.
And then after the donations and everything.
That video will be on our YouTube page. We are done for this morning. We will be back at 1 o'clock. We want to thank Casey Security for your sponsorship. Have an awesome Thursday afternoon.